180. One day he accepted a challenge to wrestle a bear at a carnival for money. He never got paid, but did come away with perhaps the most revered and feared nickname in the history of college sports, Bear. Nick Saban didn't have to wrestle anything to get to Alabama, unless you count the crowd greeting him at the airport. But as Chris Mortensen tells us in part 2 of his conversation with the coach, Saban was bitten when he took the Bama job. Bitten by a legacy.
So your first day here, it was obviously a celebration for Alabama fans, and even at the Bear Bryant Museum already, they got pictures up of your first day. They've recorded it as a piece of their Alabama history. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen it. But I tell you what, when I landed in the airplane to get here the first day, and there were, I don't know, 2,000 to 3,000 fans at the little airport.
Right.
It really restored all the memories of the spirit of, college football and the passion that people have for it. And it was great to see, and it was great to want to be wanted. And, part of the motivation that I have is to accomplish something special for those people.
Isn't that what maybe Nick Saban needed at that moment? I don't want to say a hug, but maybe in a way it was like, yeah, you got a group hug there.
I needed a hug.
On his first day in Tuscaloosa, Nick Saban saw his new office.
Did they have this up here when you first arrived?
It's the first I ever noticed it. I've been in there grinding on that desk.
And also visited the team's locker room and stadium grounds before visiting the Walk of Champions.
Plenty of tradition, obviously.
Tremendous tradition. And, obviously Bear Bryant has to be considered maybe the best coach of all time in college football relative to his accomplishments. Probably the greatest honor that I ever felt like I ever received as a coach is after we won the national championship in 2003, being named the Paul Bear Bryant Coach of the Year. To me, that was the greatest honor I've ever received because of his accomplishments and what he did for so many people for so many years in this program.
Do you have one indelible image of Bear Bryant in your own mind about what he was, what type of coach he was?
Standing in that tower. That tower's still there. So
that houndstooth hat, right?
Yeah, I got one of those. They give you one of those when you win that award.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, my son Nicholas loves wearing it.
Coach, here's Gene Stallings. I mean, he's the one guy who didn't shrink in that shadow of Bear Bryant too much. In fact, didn't you talk to him the night before you took this job?
He absolutely encouraged me to take this job. He knows the potential that is here and what can be accomplished here, and certainly thought that I was one of the people that would have a great opportunity to do it. I don't want anybody to think that I don't love the program and the pro players, because I do. But there's a different self-gratification about dealing with younger players that are developing. There's a lot more positive self-gratification that comes from seeing them develop and fulfill their dreams. I think a lot of this is about legacy. I would like to leave a legacy as an outstanding college football coach, as all the people that we've seen coming up this walk has done, and this would be certainly something that would, to win a national championship at LSU and to win a national championship at another SEC institution like the University of Alabama, I think would, establish a legacy that is pretty unique.
For the last 4 years as the New York Giants player personnel director, Jerry Reese oversaw all aspects of college scouting, and he had most of the responsibility